Hello, everybody. Welcome to a little bit of yoga here in the Battery, courtesy of Kaiser Permanente. I just moved and I'm in my brand new space, so I'm taking a moment to kind of frame up my shot here. So just give me a second and we'll get to some yoga. But man, am I glad. I am really glad that you guys are here. Last Monday at 6:30, we had beautiful weather and probably the best kickoff session we've ever had. Thank you so much to all of you that came out last week at 6:30 and played some yoga dice with me. Thanks so much. Now, since we're not in person, the dice or playing a game probably won't have quite the same effect. So tonight it'll be more of a lead class, But I'm glad I'm seeing some people tune in. Thanks so much. And we'll do a little yoga. My name's Rene, and I'm here on behalf of the Kaiser Permanente Health and Wellness team. And love bringing yoga to the Battery, whether it's virtual or in person, Monday nights at 6:30. So we'll do a little yoga for about an hour. Okay, hi Paige. Yay yoga, right? Yay yoga. Of course, best time of the day is yoga time. So make sure you have a wonderful spot. I always like to say that really what you need to think about is that you can put your arms out and then kind of turn around without knocking over the expensive vase. I do think I'm going to push myself back a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more. Yeah, how about that? Usually I have a moment to test, but today I didn't. And I think we'll start there. All right, so let's get rolling. So find a comfortable seat to begin with. Take a seat. Start to turn your attention inward. So sit relatively straight. Relax your arms. Relax your gaze. Making a conscious effort to turn your attention inward. And today we're going to start with a little breathing technique. One that promotes balance. Balance with the yin and the yang, the masculine and the feminine, the sun and the moon. It's a beautiful technique called equal breath, Samavriti Pranayama. So again, notice your inhales and exhales. In and out of your nose. And count how long your inhale is. And then match that count on the exhale. So you're inhaling just as long as you're exhaling. Deliberately evening out the sides of the breath. So we're drawing in just as much light and love as we might be releasing darkness and fear. Doing doing so in equal amounts. Now, however long your breath is, add 2 more counts to it. So if you're inhaling for 2, now inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Whatever count it is, keep it even. When we think about our breath drawing in, it brings in effort and energy. And then when we release, there's ease and relaxation. So finding that balance between the ease and the effort, starting with your breath. Take 3 more rounds of this elongated, balanced, equal breath. And then release your arms out to the side of your body. Release the breathing practice. And now just coming back into your natural breath. Many of us either inhale longer than exhale or exhale longer than inhale. A lot of times we don't even really notice it until we try to even it out. So now with your natural breath, as you inhale, raise your arms up over your head, drop your head back, look at your hands. And exhale, lower your hands and drop your chin down towards your chest. So moving with your breath, inhale, arms up, head back, gaze up. Exhale, lower down, chin down, fingertips down. So move to that rhythm. Yeah. Bring in some effort as we reach up, and bring in some ease as we drop down. Just a couple more times. And the next time that your hands are down, make your way onto all fours. Walk forward onto your hands and your knees. Tuck your toes and lift up your hips into the air. Downward facing dog. Gaze towards your belly here. Now you might want to bend one knee and then the other. You might want to move your hips from side to side. Just getting comfortable. Now there's some effort in your hands here. Press down with your thumbs and your index fingers more than the other fingers on your hands. And then also a little effort pressing down through your heels. Now your heels don't have to touch the floor or touch your mat. Instead they just have to be reaching in that direction. Rest of your body in between, nice and soft. Effort in the hands and the feet. Ease everywhere else. bottom of your next exhale, look forward to your hands. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Once you have your feet underneath you, bend your knees, soften your knees, relax your upper body down. Hang out in a forward fold here. Press more weight into your big toes and relax your upper body down. You might want to grab your elbows, maybe swaying back and forth or side to side. And maybe shake your head. Yes and no. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for the comments. Thank you. You guys are all so kind. Relax your arms. Imagine you have something really heavy in your hands. Bend your knees a little more. Press down with your feet. Draw your belly in. Effort in the belly and in the legs here. And slowly come up. Keep the upper body soft and easy. Effort in the lower body. Use your lower body to draw yourself up. Once you get about halfway up, inhale and raise your arms up over your head. Gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale and swan dive forward. Looking down towards your toes. Half sun salutation. Inhale, lift up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold in and look at your knees. Inhale, rise up to stand. Bring your palms together, look up. We'll do that again. Exhale, fold forward. Go nice and slow. Move with your breath. Inhale, lift up halfway. Look forward. Exhale, roll in. Look at your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. And stretch up. One more time. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, extend. Exhale, drop in a little deeper. Inhale, rise up. And look up. Now we're going to switch it up just a little bit. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. This is where it's going to change. Exhale, put your hands down. Step your feet towards the back of your space. You come to the top of push-up. Bend your elbows and lower to a low push-up. Inhale, lift your chest up and gaze up. Exhale, tuck your toes and press your hips up. Look at your belly button. Breathe nice and deeply. Now, downward facing dog feels like a little much. Then it probably is. Just drop your knees down. You can always substitute an all fours position instead of downward facing dog if it's too much. We're going to do that again. That's a full sun salutation. Surya Namaskar, letter A. Bottom of your exhale, look to your hands. Walk your feet up towards your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway and extend. Exhale, fold in. Look at your knees. Inhale, come up. Stretch up nice and tall. Look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, extend. Exhale, palms down, step back. Move from a high push-up down to a low push-up or go to your belly. Inhale, lift your chest up and look up. Exhale, tuck your toes and press your hips up. And breathe more deeply. Always being mindful of the breath, because that's the way that we bring in energy as well as release energy. So whether we need to draw in more energy because we're feeling tired, or if we need to release energy because we have too much, either way, the pathway is the breath. Always the breath. So keep it moving. Bottom of your exhale, look to your hands. Walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, look forward. Exhale, fold in, look at your knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Last time through that sequence. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Exhale, palms down, step back. Move from a high push-up to a low push-up. Inhale, lift your chest up, upward facing facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, press your hips up, downward facing dog. And take a few more breaths. The body should start feeling a little bit warmer with those movements. And that warmth helps to create openness in your body. So as we move into maybe more challenging or interesting shapes, the body's nice and warmed up and ready to go. And then you can relax within those shapes. Bottom of your exhale, look to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up to stand, gaze up, look up. Exhale and fold forward again. This time plant your hands on your mat. Step your feet back to downward facing dog. And then drop both of your knees down. So you should be on all fours. We sometimes call this table. Sometimes call it table in the yoga world. We're going to work through a little sequence that we might visit again later, but just as a way to get you comfortable with some of the movements here. So inhale, stretch your right leg back behind you, right toes to the ground, or if you feel okay, you want to raise your right leg up, or raise your right leg up. Either way, it is fine. One just requires more effort than the other. When you exhale, bend your right knee and bring your right knee to touch your right elbow. Squeeze it in. You don't have to touch it, but try to get as close as you can. Inhale, right leg goes back behind you. Exhale, bring your right knee underneath your body and twist towards your left elbow. Again, try to touch it. If you can't, that's okay. Inhale, right leg goes back. This time, exhale, bend your right knee and roll open. Right foot going towards the left. Opening up your right hip and the front side of your hips and the front side of your right leg. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, bring your right foot forward or bring your right knee forward. Imagine you're going to touch your nose with your knee and then place your right foot in between your hands. And it's okay if you need to use your other hand to bring it up there, or you need to bring your body up to bring your foot forward. It's all good. Just get your foot up in between your hands. And once you have your foot there, inhale, raise your arms up. Coming into a kneeling lunge here. Kneeling lunge. Deep breath in, and then when you exhale, left arm is going to go in front of you. Right arm is going to stretch behind you. You can either look forward at your left thumb or look back at your right thumb. Either way is fine. Nice twist for your back. Inhale and sweep your arms up, look up. Exhale and lower your hands down. Step your right knee back, come back into that table position again. How did it go? Hope it went well. We're going to try it all on the other side. Here we go. Inhale, left leg, stretch it back behind you. Again, toes can stay on the ground or you can take them off the ground. Exhale, left knee. Touch it to your left elbow. Squeeze it in. Inhale, left leg stretches back. Now twist it. Exhale, left knee under your body to your right elbow. Work in that direction. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, bend your left knee and roll open. Fire hydrant variation. Wonder if you can figure out why they call it that, right? Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, hollow out your belly. Draw your knee in towards your nose. And then when you can, bring your left foot forward to your hands. Again, any adjustments you have to make that happen, it's all good. It's all good. Make it happen. Press your left foot down, so effort in the lower body. Inhale, raise your arms up. Ease in the upper body. Upper body light and free. Deep breath in. Exhale, take a twist. Right arm in front, left arm behind. Look back if you want to challenge and want to use more effort. Otherwise, looking forward is a little bit easier. Inhale and sweep your arms up. Exhale, lower your hands down. And step your left foot back to meet the right. Move your feet a little bit wider apart. Feet come a little bit closer together. Exhale, press your hips back and drop your forehead down to the floor or down to your mat. After a little bit of effort comes a little bit of ease. We have to have both. Not only in our yoga practice, but also in our lives. So we practice on our mat, effort and ease, sukha and sthira. We practice it on our mat, so that energy, that feeling of being in balance will follow us out into our lives, and we'll recognize what it feels like to be in that energy. And we'll seek those situations, those environments, those people that help to promote that same sense of balance. All right, inhale and come on up. Back to the effort part again. Here we go again. Come on up to all fours. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Look forward to your hands. Walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold in, look at your knees. This time, bend your knees. Inhale and raise your upper body up. Now this could just be your chest. Yeah? Knees are bent, just your chest comes up. Keep your hands on your hips. A little easier. You can bring your hands to your heart. That's another option. Yet a third option is to extend your arms up and gaze up. That's the full expression of Utkatasana or chair pose. But it's really about the effort in your legs and the energy going down through your heels, not so much what's happening with your upper body. Moving into Surya Namaskar, a letter B. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold forward. Look down at your toes. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back. Exhale, palms down, step back, and lower. High to low push-up or release down to the earth. Inhale, lift your chest up to back bend, up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Now turn your left foot out to the left. So your whole left foot is on your mat. Step your right foot forward. Place it in between your hands. Bend your right knee. Then inhale, sweep your arms up. Look up. Warrior one. Exhale, lower your hands down to either side of your right foot. Step your right foot back. Move from a high push-up down to a low push-up. Inhale, lift your chest up, up dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, down dog. Other side. This time turn your right foot out towards the right. Step your left foot forward to your hands. Bend your left knee. Effort in the legs. Inhale, raise your arms up. Upper body nice and light. Look up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, high to low push-up. Inhale, up dog, gaze up. Exhale, down dog. Breathe deeply. Continuing our warm-up. Continuing to create some heat in the body through our efforts. So that towards the end of the class, we get towards the ease and final relaxation. It's that much better. It feels that much more balanced. Let's do Surya Namaskar B again. Exhale, look to your hands. Walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, float your chest up. And your arms can go up a little. They can go up a lot. You decide. We'll do it again. Exhale, straighten your legs and fold. Inhale, half lift. Lift up. Exhale, palms down, step back. And lower. Inhale into your back bend. Look up. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up. Gaze at your belly. Drop your left foot. Step your right foot forward to your hands. Inhale, float your upper body up. Look up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, high to low push-up. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hips up. Other side. Right foot down this time. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, float up. Nice and light in the upper body. Exhale, hands down. Step back. And lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Few more breaths here. In downward facing dog. That felt pretty good. I think we'll do it one more time. Look forward to your hands, walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift up halfway, extend. Exhale, fold in, look at your knees, bend your knees. Inhale, upper body comes up. Weight in your heels, efforts in your heels. Look up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, vinyasa, palms down, step back. Elbows in as you lower. Flatten out your feet. Inhale, chest up. Exhale, toes tuck. Lift your hips up. Drop your left foot. Right foot comes forward. Float up. Exhale, vinyasa. Palms down. Step back. And lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, go back. Other side, right foot plants. Left foot forward. Inhale, come up again. Exhale, vinyasa. Palms down, step back. Then lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And take a few breaths. Sun salutations are known for being balanced practices because they have just as many forward folds as backward bends. Forward folds promote relaxation. Backward bends encourage action. Another place where we can find effort and ease. Weave throughout the practice in the shapes that we take with our bodies. Look forward to your hands, walk your feet up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your chest up. And exhale, fold. Once again, plant your hands, step your feet back to downward facing dog, inverted V position. Inhale, drop your knees down. Exhale, child's pose. Press back and relax. Body should feel a little bit even more warmed up than before. We reground for a moment. Let the energy of that particular sequence start to make its way and be absorbed by the body. And heat is a really beautiful thing. Sun salutations bring a lot of heat into the body, which releases tension, removes impurities and toxins. Always good to heat up your body at least once a day for health and vitality. Take a couple more breaths here. And we will move on back to the effort again after the ease. Inhale, come up to all fours. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. And we're going to do that same sequence that we did earlier from our hands and knees. But you also have the option now to do it from downward facing dog, which requires a bit more effort. So if it feels like it's too much, drop your knees down and do it from all fours, just like before. Otherwise, if you want to work a little bit harder, raise your knees up and do it from downward facing dog. The choice is yours. Yeah, the choice is yours. So here we go. Come on up to all fours. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up into the air. Again, your left knee can be down or your left knee can be up off the ground. Exhale, bring your right knee and touch your right elbow. Squeeze it in. Inhale, extend, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right knee under your body. Take a twist. Touch your left elbow. Inhale, extend up. Exhale, bend your right knee and roll open. Fire hydrant pose. Inhale, extend your right leg up. Exhale, bring your right foot forward to your hands. Keep all your toes forward this time. Effort in your legs. Press down with your feet. Inhale, float your upper body up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, lower your hands. And step your right foot back to meet the left. Downward facing dog. Hope it went well. Again, knees up, knees down. That's up to you. We're going to do the same thing on the left. Here we go. Inhale, left leg goes up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee under your body towards your right elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, roll it open. Fire hydrant. Twist, open, 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 open. Inhale, left toes towards the ceiling. Exhale, left foot to your hands. Effort in your legs here. Pull your belly in. Push down with your legs to float your upper body up with ease. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Downward facing dog. And we're going to do it again. We're going to add a few more movements on. So here we go. We're going to start with the right side. Inhale, right leg up into the air. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right leg up and around. Roll it open. Inhale, right toes up. Exhale, right foot forward to your hands. Inhale, raise your arms up. This is where we're going to add on. Just like before. Exhale, left hand forward. Right hand back. You can look forward at your left thumb. Or your right thumb. Left thumb. Yeah, that is your left thumb. And back at your right thumb. Adding on again. Inhale, raise your arms up. Straighten your right leg. And we're going to pivot to the side of your mat. Then pivot to the back of your mat. Or the floor. Yeah. Arms are up. Legs are pretty straight. Exhale, fold forward. Bring your chin towards your left knee. Pyramid pose. You can put your hands down on either side of your left foot. Or if you want to do a little bind here, you can take your hands and interlace your fingers and place them on your right hamstring, back behind your right leg. Take a deep breath in. Press down with your feet. Release your hands if you're holding onto your body. Weight in your left foot, especially your left big toe. Bring your hands to your hips. And bring your right knee up in front of you. So we're balancing on the left foot. Right knee is bent. Effort is in your left big toe. Soften your left knee. Ease around the knee. Effort in the toe. You can stay here with your hands on your hips and balance on one foot. You can take your right hand, grab the front of your right knee. Or you can take your peace sign fingers, wrap them around your right big toe and extend your right leg out in front of you. It's all just how much effort you want to put into the practice in this moment. It's up to you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower it down. Step your right foot back. Lower your hands. Step your left foot back. Downward facing dog. Now, you might be facing the other direction on your mat or in your space, and that's okay. We're going to do it all on the left side, which is going to turn us back around. Or, of course, since I can't see you, you can just turn around so that you're facing me anyway. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Let's try it on the left. Inhale, left toes up. Three-legged downward facing dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left toes up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, left leg up and then swing it around. Open your hip. Fire hydrant variation. Inhale, left toes up. Exhale, left foot forward to your hands. All 10 toes forward. Press down with your legs. Pull in your belly. Inhale and sweep your arms up. Crescent lunge. Now this is where we add it on. Keep your legs where they are. We're going to take a twist. Exhale, right arm in front of you. Left arm behind you, and you look forward or you look back. Inhale, sweep your arms up and straighten your legs. And here's where we turn. Pivot, pivot. Exhale, fold. Reach forward and down. Bring your chin towards your right knee this time. Place your fingertips down on the ground or place them on your legs somewhere. Or you can interlace your fingers and place them on your left hamstring. Pyramid pose. And Here we go into that balancing. So put some effort into your right big toe. Stand up, hands to your hips to start. Left knee draws up in front of you. And you can just stay here. Effort in your right big toe. Ease in your right knee. Left hand, grab the front of your knee. Or middle and index finger, slide it in between the big toe, second toe gap. And kick it out. Always make sure you're still breathing. If you stop breathing, you're probably trying too hard. It's too much effort. Yeah? And if you do it on your mat, you're probably trying too hard off your mat too. Relax. Yeah? We want to find balance between the effort and the ease in our practice and in our lives. One more breath. Bring it all back. Hands down, step your feet back. Downward facing dog. We're going to do it one more time. We're going to add a couple more things on at the end. So here we go. We're going to start with the right side again. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Roll it open. Roll your hip open. Inhale towards, toes towards the sky. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, come on up. Raise your upper body up. Press those legs down. Strong legs. Exhale, take a twist. Left arm in front of you. Right arm behind you. Look back. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Straighten your legs. Pivot all the way around. And fold forward. Reach forward and down. Chin towards your left knee. Hands to the earth or hands to the back of your right leg. Press down. Effort in your left big toe. Inhale, stand up. Draw your right leg in front of you. Grab your knee. Peace sign fingers. Grab your toes. You might want to extend your leg out. You might not want to do that. It's all good either way. So here's where we're going to add on. It's that foot that's in front of you, the right foot. Take it back behind you. Drop your toes to the mat. Drop your knee down to the mat and press your hips back. Imagine you're going to sit down on your right foot. Extend your left leg out in front of you. This is half splits. Half splits. And walk your hands forward. Put your left foot down. Right fingertips to the earth. Inhale and twist open. Left arm stretches up towards the ceiling. You can leave your back knee down, or you can lift your back knee up. Take one more deep breath. And exhale, lower your left hand down. And step your left foot back to meet the right. Downward facing dog. We're going to do it one more time. On the left. Here we go. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Roll it open. Roll open, roll open. Inhale, toes to the sky. Exhale, left foot forward to your hands. Press down with your legs. Pull in your belly. Rise up. High lunge. Exhale, twist open to the left. Look back or look forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Straighten your legs. Pivot. Pivot. Reach forward and down. Chin to your right knee. Look at your right toes. Do whatever you'd like with your hands. Interlace your fingers or keep them down towards the earth. Inhale, press down with your right big toe. Stand up. Draw your left leg in front of you. Grab your knee. Grab your big toe with your peace sign fingers. Extend your leg out. Or don't do any of that. Just stand on one foot as best you can and breathe. Here's where we add it on at the end. So bend your left knee. Left foot goes back. Left toes down. Left knee down. Then sit back. Imagine you're going to sit on your left heel, right leg, relatively straight. Half splits. And come forward. Walk your hands forward. Right foot plants, left fingertips down. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Another nice twist here at the end. Look up at your right hand. Keep your left knee down or lift your left knee up off of the floor. Another big deep breath. Exhale, lower your right hand down. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog. And yes, now it's time for a little ease. Inhale, drop both of your knees down. Exhale, child's pose. And relax. Great job, everybody. Just keep yourself grounded. Allow yourself to cool down a bit. Connect with the earth underneath you. Breathe deeply. It's important that we have both times that require a lot of effort from us and times that require ease. You know, we have to have both. There used to be a saying out there that, you know, life is like a marathon. Yeah, you want to keep a consistent pace, and life is like a marathon. But one of my teachers says, no, life isn't really a marathon. It's a series of sprints. There's a sprint and recovery, sprint and recovery, sprint and recovery. And if you reflect on, you know, your own situation, and if that's how you feel, you know, maybe your life is that, you know, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Then we need to continue to cultivate and practice in that same way, so our energy reflects that. Our practice should reflect it, so our life can reflect it. So we don't want to lay around and be lazy. We don't want to be working so hard all the time we burn out. We need to find the balance of the ups and the downs. Go with the ebbs and the flows. All right, we're going to make our way towards our seat. So press yourself up to all fours. You want to cross your ankles. If you have healthy ankles, you want to roll over them. You want to bring your hips to one side. It's all good. Yeah. Extend your legs out in front of you. Nice and long. We'll take a forward fold. Inhale and raise your arms up. Exhale, stretch and reach forward and down. Put your hands somewhere on your body. Relax forward. Take a moment to check in. There should be a lot of ease in the upper body. Notice if the shoulders are starting to creep up. Maybe you're clenching your hands or your fists, or perhaps your face or your jaw. Upper body relaxed here. And if you need to, soften your knees. Promote a bit more ease in the backs of your knees. You can bend your knees a whole bunch in a forward fold. You can relax your chest all the way down. Relax forward. Or extend your legs a little bit straighter, but never totally straight. Never totally straight. Forward folds celebrate moon energy, relaxation, cooling energy. They're very introspective. And as we just recently had might be feeling a bit more relaxed or tired or introspective because of the planets. We might not, and that's okay too. But anytime you feel like there's too much energy, there's too much going on, you need to bring yourself down. A forward fold. A forward fold promotes ease. Any forward fold, standing, sitting, any forward fold. And of course, the opposite of all that would be a backward bend. So that's what we're going to do next. But a more relaxed variation of a backward bend. So we're going to lie down on our backs. So bend both of your knees. If you need to scoot forward a little bit, scoot forward. Grab the tops of your knees or underneath your knees, lie down on your back. Hug your knees in. Hug your knees in. Roll around a bit to massage your back. Moving into a back bend here, bridge pose. So drop your feet down to the ground. Feet parallel to one another like the number 11, about hip width distance apart. Press down with your feet. So effort in the legs here. Press down, especially with your heels. And then lift your hips up off the ground. It's a back bend. They celebrate the sun. They encourage energy and action and extroversion. Wonderful if you're feeling tired or lethargic, or perhaps your mood is starting to dip. Think about doing some back bends. Help boost energy, boost positivity. One more breath. And then lower your hips down. You might want to fold your knees in towards one another or maybe twist from side to side. Releasing the back bend. Since they require a bit more effort, we generally don't hold them quite as long as we do forward folds. We'll stop in the middle. Raise your arms over your head and stretch your legs out nice and long. Get nice and long. Take a couple of big, deep belly breaths. Get nice and long. And then bend your right knee. Bring your hands, interlace your fingers and place them below your kneecap and draw your right knee in towards your armpits. So rolling it slightly out and drawing in. If you need to, you can bend your left knee so your left foot is on the floor. It's a little less intense on the back and on the hips. Or you can extend your leg long. Either way, it's just fun. We did this posture earlier standing on one foot. But now we're going to do it lying down, which is a little bit easier. You can take the peace sign fingers of your right hand, middle and index finger, slide it in between the big toe, second toe gap, and extend your right foot up towards the ceiling. Left hand comes to the top of your left thigh. Now your leg does not have to be super straight here. You can keep your knee bent. If you can't reach your foot, that's okay. Just put your hand somewhere on your leg. extend and lengthen your right leg. So there's some effort in the right leg. Rest the body soft, relaxing down towards the earth. Inhale, and as you exhale, allow your right leg to go out to the right. You can let go of your foot if you need to and bend your knee. You don't have to keep holding onto your foot. Extend your leg out. And look over your left shoulder. And upper body nice and relaxed. When you breathe in, bring your right leg up. Now wherever your right hand is, we're going to switch hands. Take your left hand and put it near where your right hand was. We're going to take the right leg all the way across to the left. Again, you can bend your knee here. You can grab the top of your knee instead. You don't have to grab your foot. And roll all the way over. Once you have your right leg set, then open up to the right. Turn your head to the right. Twist your upper body. Open to the right. Big deep breaths. Let's roll everything back to the center. Extend your right leg up one more time and slowly lower your right leg down. And hug your left knee in towards your chest. Interlace your fingers. Draw it in the direction of your armpit. Give it a squeeze. Bend your right knee. If that promotes more ease in your body, stretch it long. Take your peace sign fingers, wrap them around your big toe. Start to extend your left leg up. Again, leg does not have to be straight. You can bend your knee, place your hand somewhere on your leg. Find some length. The back side of your left leg. Right hand down, somewhere on your right leg. Draw a deep breath in. Exhale, left leg goes out to the left. Release your foot if you need to. Roll your head over to the right. We'll do the switcheroo. Come on back to the center. Right hand reaches up towards the left leg to draw the left leg all the way over to the right. And twist your upper body open to the left. Let's bring everything back to the center one more time. Lower your left leg down nice and slowly. And then relax your body fully. Become nice and still. Close your eyes. Let the practice go, coming into a space of ultimate ease and relaxation. Receiving all the benefits of your efforts by becoming completely still and relaxed. Make your breath a little longer. Stretch your arms over your head. Get a nice stretch for your body. Bend your knees and roll to one side. Use your hands to press yourself up towards your seat. We'll join our hands and our hearts to finish our practice or seal it with unconditional love and gratitude as always. Thanks so much for joining me tonight for some virtual yoga, courtesy of the Battery and Kaiser Permanente. I truly hope that you'll come and see us 6:30 next week, hopefully in person, weather permitting. I hope everybody has a great week. I hope to see you soon. Namaste. everybody. See you later. The yoga party's over. See you soon. Well, thanks, Mandy. I'm seeing some comments coming in. Thanks, Deanna. I'm so glad that this worked out well for you. I hope to practice with you again sometime. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye.